Welcome, everybody, to the Mel League Super Bowl. We got Doc, we got Zay, Titans and Panthers about to get this thing kicked off and underway. And also, I got my guy Scream in the building. Scream, what is good, brother?
We back again with another MEL commentary. It's Snypz, how you doing tonight, bro?
I'm excellent, man. I'm excellent, man. So, look, we just got done doing a game with the Titans getting a big win. We saw some craziness with Tony Pollard and the crew. And we saw earlier as well, too, what Zay with the Panthers was able to do. I mean, what's your quick take on this particular game? We're going to tell the guys going to get started up because it is late night. I know some people ready to go to sleep, but this should be a banger of a ball game. But what's your quick take on this game? What do you think that each particular team has to do to win this matchup?
So as many of you guys saw in that Titans versus Texans AFC Championship, Doc has to continue to play ground and pound to win this game. Zay, on the other hand, is a passer first, a runner second, but he does have a very balanced scheme using Chuba Hubbard and those aerial threats for Bryce Young. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not going to make a prediction. I want to see some good MEL football, but I will say the winner will be a well-deserved person, and they might lead MEL for the next couple of seasons.
That's an interesting call there. That's an interesting call there to call that out, talking about they may be leading the MEL in the next couple of seasons. I mean, we'll see what happens. I personally think if Doc is going to win this game, he's got to get that running attack going. Panthers on the other side, I think he's a slinger. He's a gunslinger, so he's going to sling the football. I think both the guys at the end of the day, they have to stick to their guns and what got them here. They can't change up now. This ain't the time to change things up. If you change things up now, you're going to lose the ball game. So don't change things up. Stick to what works for you, and you'll have an opportunity to win. You know I'm not making any type of prediction here at all because all I want to see is a great game, no doubt about it. Don't forget, guys, make sure you follow Night Scream TV here on Twitch. Make sure you follow it. Again, I'll continue to tell you throughout the game to make sure you follow them. So make sure you do that. But we're going to start the day off here with the Panthers, with the football. So a 1st and 10 coming up here. Bryce Young coming to the plate. Let's see what they do here. Big shout out to the NLG in the building. Good to see you guys here in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, rocking with us. Here we go. So 1st and 10 coming up here is Bryce Young. He's going to get things started here and gets here to Chuba Hubbard, and he'll get close to the marker. A 9-yard gain on a play brings it to a 2nd and 1, and this goes to what you were just talking about, Scream, getting Chuba Hubbard started.
Yeah, Zay brings a very balanced attack in no matter what you see. Chuba Hubbard being his lead back is interesting. You'd think Miles Sanders would get the nod, but no, he goes a little unorthodox with it. But he does have a very wild spread kind of scheme, but he balances the run and sprinkles it in a little bit. As you see this jet touch pass here, and Quez Watkins, who you mentioned earlier as an X factor for this Panthers team, gets speared down by Doc, and we move to 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 coming up, and yeah, definitely Quez Watkins is going to be a guy. We've seen him do a ton of work here in the offseason, in the postseason, and he has been just absolutely remarkable what he's been able to do with them. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 2. He's going to hit him with a play action, and beautiful play there to Double H, Hayden Hurst. He'll get the 1st down on the play down to the 38-yard line, and a good start here for this Panthers offense as they are striking gold thus far.
Definitely so. And like I said, he has a very in-depth aerial attack. He likes to attack those crossers very early and often. You'll see some corner routes here and there as well. Romeo Doubs out there to your left. And then he has Quez Watkins out to the right. And Chuba Hubbard going to take the run and make a cutback lane. Gets 3 yards. So it's interesting to see how he moves this ball into Titans territory. And can he at least get the first score of the Super Bowl?
So 2nd and 7 coming up here at the 35-yard line with 7 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. Good starting drive here for the Panthers. Let's go now. 2nd down to 7. Young back for the pass, pressure coming, and he has to throw that football away. That's going to bring it now to a 3rd down to 7. But Bryce Young has been pretty decent in the regular season with 4,682 yards, 45 touchdowns, only 11 picks, Scream, in the regular season. Definitely a guy that took care of the football.
and took care of business as well. Getting to this bowl was no easy feat. He didn't even win his division.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about it. Neither of these guys won their division necessarily, both coming in second place in their divisions, but meeting here in the Super Bowl as the best teams from their conference.
3rd down to 7 coming up here. Nice in route there by Hubbard, and Hubbard out there acting like a wide receiver, gathering a first down. And Young is now 3 for 4 on the day. 2 set of downs here. 1st and 10 at the 28. Puts him in field goal range. So a good start here for the Panthers, as Young is going to hand it off here to Chuba again, and negative on the play there this time. Is going to be a 2nd down and 12. Loss of 2 as DeMarcus Lawrence is there on the tackle screen.
I think Zay, as he gets closer to this end zone line, he has to stop worrying about his run game so much, because Doc is expecting that. He's going to get Simmons and friends involved and let them crash the middle of the field. Even though Zay wants to try to run these things outside, I think he has to get away from the run a little bit right here, take some risk without throwing a turnover, and at least escape with 3 points. That's the best thing you can do.
And we talked about it a few moments ago, where I talked about him being a gunslinger. This guy, he slings the rock. He's a decent runner, but he's better at passing the football. And I want to see him do a little bit more of that, as he's going to launch this up here and tries to get the user there in Hayden Hurst, but no go. And that's going to bring it down to a 3rd down and 12. But I definitely want to see him sling this football a little bit more, and he's definitely got to do it here on 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. He's not going to probably get the 12 yards here coming out the gun bunch formation, but he has to at least try to get near this 1st down marker. And Doc is doing something we don't see him do often, pressing the entire defense. That corner routes one-on-one to Quez. He doesn't throw it. He throws the drag to Calvin Ridley and gains 9 yards at the red zone line, but it's 4th and 3.
4th and 3, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You should take your points here, but this is Zay we're talking about. He's going for it on 4th down in this opportunity here. So let's see what he does here on 4th down and 3 as we're coming close to 5 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. Make it a little bit less now after the rundown. 4th down and 3. And let's see if he tries to swing. And he will not. Fakes him out, and look at Sanders. He's going to fumble the football. And look at that. The Titans will get it back. He got the first scream and ends up fumbling the football, and the Titans now get an opportunity.
Sometimes you got to just stop trying to do too much, and you got to just go down. You got the 1st down. Be proud of that. He tried to go score. Caleb Farley held on long enough to allow a Titan friend to come in. I think it was Terrell Edmonds, and he punched that ball out with the peanut punch, and the Titans have the ball at the 1 yard line.
And these are the things that we talked about as far as MVP type of status on the defensive side, man. Farley has been all over the field in this postseason, and right there again, he's a X factor for this Titans defense. Scream. It was just totally crazy what has been going on with Farley in this particular season.
Yeah, these last 2 games, he's turned up for over 4.5 tackles so far. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to make a prediction right now. He's probably going to end up getting a pick in this game. If Zay makes any mistakes, any inaccurate throws, Farley is the guy going to pick the ball off. I'm telling you right now.
And here we go. 1st and 10 here now at the 1. As Willis is going to, his first pass attempt here, and he's going to try A.T. Perry, and that's almost picked off and incomplete, and that'll bring it now to a 2nd down and 10. That was an interesting call going to A.T. Perry there deep on that call for Doc.
I mean, he's one-on-one with J.C. Horn, product of South Carolina, son of Joe Horn, former Saints wide receiver. I mean, a good job to try him one-on-one there. He had the matchup he thought he wanted. A.T. Perry is 6'5". J.C. Horns go about 6'1", 6'2". He did what he thought was best. But now he's at 2nd and 10 from his own 1 yard line. You got to think Pollard's getting involved.
See what happens here on 2nd and 10. D-Hop in the slot on the right side. And here we go. 2nd down. He's still going to pass the football. Willis is going to try to take off. Oh, he almost gets hit. And that's going to be incomplete. So a 3rd down and 10. This is interesting here. Scream, this is interesting right now. Tony Pollard's not touched the ball on the first 2 plays. Very interesting right now. You know, despite the fact that he has been so successful with Tony Pollard in these games.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing why Doc decided to take 2 shots on the first 2 downs on his first offensive possession of this game. I don't understand his thought process at the moment, but maybe he'll explain, or maybe he'll have a chance later in the game to make up for this. But it's 3rd and long from his own 1, and Zays is going to send 3, and one man gets in. We've got a safety.
Well, 3 straight plays trying to get Willis to go deep. And unfortunately, didn't work out for him, so it's already a 2-0 game. And the Panthers get the football back. This is crazy. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Extremely interested start right now for Doc. As Sanders will get the carry here, cuts it inside and gets tackled down, no gain on the play. But it's interesting. Scream, I just talked about a few moments ago, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And it looks like right now, at least on that first drive anyway, Doc is trying to fix something that's not broke.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Pollard was not involved at all. He was the MVP of the AFC Championship game by far and through. So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there, and it cost him 2 points. And he made his turnover pointless at this point, as you're going to see a play-action fake from Zay. He's got a man open deep. He takes a bad shot, and Romeo Doubs can't get there.
So 3rd and 10 now here at the 29-yard line. 3:28 remaining in the first quarter. Both of these guys taking some deep shots early. Swagging in the chat saying Doc letting them off easy right now. Definitely is, no doubt, especially with Tony Pollard. But here we go, 3rd down and 10 here at the 29. Empty set here for Young. And back for the pass, 4-man rush, couple crossers. Throws this up to Hurst, and Hurst will get another completion for a 1st down. He has found Hayden Hurst on a regular basis in the postseason.
He definitely has. And when we speak about a Hurst, you're thinking about a casket usually. And that's a great way to play against the cover 3 defense. Get right up the seam, over top of the linebacker. Doc's got to do something different there on 3rd and long if he wants to win this game.
1st and 10 here, and he's going to find Quez Watkins, trying to get him involved now. Bryce Young 6 for 9 on the day to so far 85 yards. And that's Quez's 2nd catch of the day, trying to really get him involved. It's a 2nd down and 1 here at the 36, puts him in field goal play already. So Young coming out here in the gun set. Hits him on the play act. Drag's not there. Young has some greenery. He'll get the first. It gets right out of bounds, and that's a smart play right there. 1st and 10 coming up here at the 33. Didn't want to rush or force anything extra there for Bryce Young's run.
Yeah, at least he got the 1st down. He's doing a little bit better than his last drive. He got the 1st down and got right out of bounds. Didn't try to do too much. Got to respect it.
1st and 10 coming up here at the 33. Young hands it off here to Chuba, and he'll get knocked down. Gains about a yard on the play. Brings it to a 2nd down and 9 coming up.
You know, I didn't think we'd see a 5-0 lead or potential to have that at all in the Super Bowl, but here we are, right?
Exactly. But I've said it before, it doesn't matter what the score is. If it's 1-0, a win's a win, and Quez Watkins gets a win on that route. That's going to give him a 1st and goal here at the 8-yard line. He was wide open on that particular play.
Interesting enough, corner route, Poppy. I told you you'd see a lot of corners no matter what happens there, so there you go.
So 1st down and goal. Bryce coming out again in the pistol. It's been very effective in the pistol in the playoffs thus far, but Quez this time not so effective at all. As that's going to bring it out to a 2nd down and goal, as Ford is going to hold up the muscles and bring it now to a 2nd and goal at the 12 as we get ready to end this first quarter. Titans defense trying to hold the fort down and only force 3 points. Romeo Doubs on the left side of your screen. He is nowhere in sight, and that's a dangerous pass that is picked off. So Ford with the interception, and they're knocked down at the 20. And I don't know what made him throw that football, but Doc's defense once again with the big clutch.
Just a bad throw by Bryce there. I don't know why he even took the shot. Just go down. That's a second mistake he's made here in the red zone.
And this is what you can't do against Doc, is make these type of mistakes. So despite having a 2-0 lead and being able to get downfield with ease, I may add, he throws an interception in the red zone, and he is now 0 for 2 in the red zone. So we're going to hand this off here to Pollard, and he'll break to the outside, and now he wants to try to get him going, and he does gain a yard on the play. But that's going to do it for the first quarter here in this MEL Super Bowl between the Titans and the Panthers. MEL League Super Bowl, and we're going to crown a champion, as I stated earlier tonight. Myself and my guy Scream is in the building. Big shout out once again to everybody here rocking with us. And do not forget, again, make sure you follow Night Scream TV on Twitch. He does the same thing that we do here on Snypz TV Gaming for a ton of different leagues. Again, big up to my guy Scream for coming through and showing love here for the MEL League as well. So second down and 9 coming up here at the 21. Hands it off to Pollard, and there we go. Tony Pollard straight up the middle, and that's how you get the chains rolling. 1st and 10 here at the 33.
You know, I'm going to start calling that TOD, triple op Doc. That's what we're working with right now. He goes with a Ravens read option, which is just a triple option for the quarterback, really. But he hands it off to Pollard, allows him to get a first down. Getting back to that balance to work out of the pistol right now, and there is a delayed handoff. Pollard, big and easy, strong 8-yard run.
So 2nd down and 2, and again, you've talked about it plenty of times about this triple option. And he did it quite a bit in the postseason. He's starting to bring it back again. He understands that it's going to work, and here he comes out right again, once again in this pistol set, and this time the RPO to the left side here, and he will get the completion to Toby and Wigway, and he will get the first down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so Doc is on his try Jesus, don't try me, but he's currently down 2-0 in the Super Bowl as Toby's going to get that catch to the outside. I think now that we see the single back wing tight as his formation, you got to think run call. But the difference that Diz wasn't doing in that AFC Championship, Zay might do. Zay needs to send a blitz here. That's what I think the answer is.
Heat. Bring that heat. I love the call here. 1st and 10 here at the 45. And Pollard with the carry in, and he won't go much of anywhere. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, but it still is positive. That's going to bring it down to a 2nd down and 9. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And right now, we got a goodie so far. No tutties yet. 2nd down and 9. As Wills comes out here in the single back. 3 tight end sets. Going to hand it off here to Pollard again. Try to get him going. And once again, a good stop here by this defense. I like what the Panthers defense is doing here, Scream. It's a 3rd down and 7. Good stop so far on Tony Pollard.
Yeah, he's making it look really easy, just bouncing it outside and getting what's allowed for him. And that's the best thing he can do.
3rd down and 7 here at the 42. And Willis again hands it off, and he is stuffed. So it's a 4th and 9 at the 44, and the punt unit's going to come out. So the Panthers defense, they have done their job. And now they're going to get an opportunity to get the football back. The play clock is winding down with 6 seconds left, and they finally get the punt out. So they're not going to field this one, but again, great job, Scream, so far with this Panthers defense. They've been solid.
I can't believe this is only a 2-0 game with 5 minutes left in the first half. We've seen the Panthers get in the red zone twice and make critical mistakes both times, and he's moving the ball efficiently right there on a 7-yard gain to Hubbard.
Yeah.
Zay is literally in control of the game right now. He just is making critical mistakes once he gets inside that 20-yard line of the Tennessee. Hopefully this time, if he gets down there, he can actually put 7 on the board. We'll see what happens.
And that's what's been the issue, as you stated. But the defense is right there again. And there's another critical mistake that you just got done talking about, Scream. Doc with another pick and a 1st and 10 in great field position. I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point right now, but Zay is shooting himself in the foot right now with these turnovers, and now it's good field position for Doc. As he's going to hand this off here to Pollard, straight up the middle. He'll gain about 5 on the play, and that'll bring it to a 2nd and 5 here at the 46-yard line.
Doc needs to take advantage of this one here and get the ball at least for 3 points. Take the lead back or something. Give yourself some kind of confidence going into half number 2, trusting your defense. You got the interception you needed. Your 2nd of the game, your 3rd turnover overall, but you have nothing to show for it as it currently stands. And we spoke about playoff Doc a lot in that AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
This is where playoff Doc needs to shine on this drive.
2nd down and 5 as Pollard will go down, and that's no gain on the play. That's going to bring it down to a 3rd down and 5 here at the 47-yard line. And on this particular play here, I think he needs to bring the play action into effect. But again, only needing 5 yards. TP could get you 5 yards, no doubt about it. But here we go, 3rd and 5. 320.
I think the ultimate issue on that last play for Doc, he didn't realize Zay opened gap A and gap B. And it's a good thing he saw Pollard underneath to get the 1st down here. But on the last play when he ran that stretch run, Zay allowed the D tackles to move more to the outside. You had a center free in the middle and you didn't audible. So like the chat is saying, Doc is kind of predictable right now. And that's why Zay is taking over. He even has 5 men on the line of scrimmage right now. He knows Doc wants to run this ball. Zay is just playing to Doc's strengths. But unfortunately, Pollard going to get some good yardage here, get a free 1st down. Having Kenneth Murray right there on the line didn't help him like he thought it would.
Yeah, indeed. And right now he's up to 42 yards rushing on the day here as we get ready to hit the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 here at the 25-yard line, and TP with another carry. Great blocking and another 1st down. And this is how you get things cooking. Once again, despite how many guys are in the box right now, it doesn't matter. He's still trying to get TP to get things going, and it's working out for him so far as we have officially hit the 2-minute warning. Tries to cut it inside, and this time he is stuffed up for a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 coming up.
I know it feels good for him to at least be in the red zone this time when in a position to actually put points on the board, which is good for him. We saw his first drive start from his own 1-yard line, forcing a fumble right before the touchdown was scored by the Panthers. That mounted to nothing, but the Panthers have also had 3 turnovers here in this first half. So it's definitely been a tale of 2 different first half for both these teams. Neither one can score a touchdown as it currently is, and Pollard going to get to the 3-yard line. You're in muddy waters right now because you got goal line or you got pistol. Which one do you really choose here?
Yeah, and this right now, I mean, 3rd and 1, I'm going goal line. I mean, why not? But he's not going to do that. He's coming out here in the gun set. And let's see if TP's going to get the tote here. I'm scared if he passes the football here, it's going to be a pick. I hope he doesn't. I hope he just runs the football. Take your lead into the half. Play it safe. Because both defenses are playing lights out thus far. Hands it off here to Pollard, and Pollard's going to cut it inside. And there you have it. The game's first touchdown.
Said this man is doing a stanky leg in the end zone after getting cut low. Only Tony Pollard, man.
I'm telling you. So the kick is up, and it is good. Tony Pollard, he stuck with them. And he got in there with ease. So it's a 7-2 game. Who would have thought it'd be a 7-2 score here in the Super Bowl in the first half? This is crazy.
Yeah, technically speaking, Doc is the person that gave up all the points. Doc has 9 points on the board. Unfortunately, 2 of them went to Carolina.
Exactly. This has been a wild start here in the Super Bowl so far. So 1st and 10 here at the 18. Young going to hand this off here to Hubbard, and Hubbard will go down for about a 5-yard gain. That bringing it down to a 2nd and 5. Back for the pass again. Blitz coming, throws this up, and that was a dangerous throw. Luckily, that was not picked off for Zay, and that's going to bring it down to a 3rd down.
I don't know why he threw that.
Yeah.
The minute Doc pressed him with bunting, Dubs was not open. Dubs literally was getting pushed, bullied, brutalized, all to the sideline. I'm talking about Quentin Jammer-like jamming, okay?
Yeah. And you know what? And what's crazy is that's what Bunting does. That's what he brings to the table on the defensive side. He just bullies, wide receivers. He bullies them on a regular basis. And what in the world? He had triangle wide open, and it's a 4th and 5. Scream.
So it wasn't just me that saw this man wide open, right?
Look.
Doc played a match, and he has a touchdown here. Nobody is there in the match coverage. He's using Farley for this interception he does not get. He predicted Zay was going to trust the crosser more than anything else. Zay literally premeditated that throw. There is no other way to explain that. He premeditated the crosser route and the crosser only. He did not go through any reads possible.
No reads.
And that is the difference between winning and losing playoff games. This is the Super Bowl, guys. We're not talking about just trying to advance to the next round. We're talking about bringing the Lombardi to your team.
Wow.
And you missed a critical open wide fade route. Got to do better, my brother.
Indeed. 1st and 10 here at the 37-yard line. Willis back for the pass, and he's going to take off here with 6 seconds left to the 50. Goes down at the 42, and he could try a long field goal here with 4 seconds left.
It'd be 59 yards. I'd be shocked if he gets it. I never say never, but 59 yards, you need at least 96 kick power to make this a thing, and I'm not sure how much kick power the kicker has.
So Zerline is going to kick this up, and he's going to put it through.
Oh, it's Greg the Leg. Oh, yeah, that's free for him.
So 10-2 game at the half. Who would have thought, again, a 10-2 game at halftime? This has been just absolutely crazy. And they're going to get the football to start the 3rd quarter. I'm going to tell you what. I got to agree right now with Dookie in the chat. Right now, the Panthers are choking. They're choking this right now. They are choking this game right now. This is crazy, Scream. He was wide open.
There's no understanding to where you've had 2 red zone possessions, 3 turnovers, and were gifted a touchdown, and you completely ignored it for a premeditated crosser. That's just not good football. I don't care if the crosser was your number 1 route. It wasn't open from the get-go. You needed to take a chance elsewhere, and corner route poppy Chris Okonkwo is going to get a 1st down at the Titans 45.
So 1st and 10 now. 10-2 ball game. Titans in full swing right now. And once again, they're going to come out here in this pistol set. It's been dangerous for this Panthers defense. They got to try to read everything they possibly can with Doc. Doc has been surgical with what he has been doing out of this formation. And it's a 6-yard gain there for Pollard. He's up to 74 yards rushing on the day, and a 2nd down and 4 here at the 49.
Yeah, Doc has taken full control of this game since scoring that touchdown with Tony Pollard. Now in prime position in Panthers territory to get back into the red zone at least, or try to take an 11-point lead.
2nd down and 4 here at the 49. So we might get a little bit of pressure going on here, and hands it off to Pollard again, cuts it inside, and he lunges forward and gets yet another aggressive 1st down call. 1st and 10 coming up now at the 45-yard line.
Insane, you put 8 people in the box and you still could not stop the run from getting a 1st down.
And it's a testament right now to what this offensive line has been doing. The key factor right now is, wow, there we go. So finally gets a little bit of pressure there on the play. It's a 2nd down and 12, but I tell you what, though, this offensive line of the Titans right now, the fact that you've held Brian Burns so far to absolutely no tackles, no sacks, has been pretty impressive thus far.
What's even crazy when we think about it, remember, Taylor Lewan is not playing in this game.
Yes.
He broke his ribs in the AFC Championship game. Doc is playing with a backup left tackle, and he has an 8-point lead. That's actually insane to think about. Burns might want to swap sides and start taking over on 77. He might get to the quarterback.
Yeah, indeed. Second down and 12, hit the 47. And Burns is just being blocked beyond belief right now. And what a catch! But a flag on the play, and it's going to be a DPI. Declined and punches in another big touchdown.
Wait a
minute.
Doc accepted it.
Oh, no!
Why would he accept that?
My
You just mocked the man for a TD. He was just spamming X.
Oh,
he was
my
spamming
gosh.
X.
I just knew that was a hey, look. Wow. That's all I can say.
He was spamming the button out of hypeness.
Yes.
And didn't even think to not accept the penalty. Wow.
If he doesn't score
you gotta
here,
hope that doesn't bite him in the butt. You gotta hope it doesn't bite him in the butt.
Yes. 2nd and 7, 1 second left on the play clock. Back for the pass. And quickly gets it there to Okonkwo, and he'll get knocked down. It brings it now to a 3rd and 4. And let's see now if there's going to be a serious situation here. If Zay can get a stop here. Personally, I feel if it's a 4th down situation, I think Doc's going to go for it. He's going to realize that he really screwed up. He screwed the pooch on that last play. Just spamming
I understand being hype. I understand being hype and saying, yeah, head top. But you got to pay attention. It was DPI. You just spamming the button out of, and you're going to cost yourself 7 here. You're going to get the 3, which is good enough, right? Your 11-point lead is amazing. It's 2 possessions. Great. But you had a chance to really put some pressure on these Panthers and make them make more mistakes than they're already doing. That's just not an error you see Doc make often. And like we saying in right now, Zay can throw the ball. If he can find a way to get the ball downfield and score, that one might hurt.
Yeah. Totally agree. Man, this is rough. That's a rough out there. He does get 3. So as Scream said earlier, it's good that he got 3, but he could have had 7. Excuse me. He did get 7, Scream. He got 7. He could have got 7. He got 7. He just made the wrong call. Wow. So 1st and 10.
I can't believe it happened.
I'm telling you. 1st and 10. Young and the Panthers going back to work. Good blocking. Plenty of time. Nothing's open. You got to throw it away. And he almost took an L on that one. That's going to bring now to a 2nd down and 10 here at the 20-yard line.
So we talk about predictability. The wheel route was an obvious call. Doc understood it. He took match off for that one and had the cover for it, being able to guard that. It looks like Zay was waiting on the wheel to develop. It never did, and he just had to figure it out. Didn't take his chances scrambling either, so I think Doc's going to send 4 the rest of the way.
And here we go, 2nd down and 10, and he's going to launch this up. Defense is right there, and that's going to be incomplete. That was way off. It's going to bring it out to a 3rd down 10. And look who's there, Farley. Once again, 3rd and 10 here at the 20-yard line.
Hey, that man does it all. That's all we can say. He does it all.
All. The playoffs, he has been absolutely incredible. He's been all over the football field. Whether it be the right side or the left side of the hash marks, he's been just completely and utterly bonkers defensively. And he is going to be wide open on this play. And Quez Watkins, he missed him. He missed him, Scream. He missed him in the worst way, overthrows him, and it's a 4th and 10. They got to punt the ball out.
Carolina is just playing predictable football, and Doc is just doing what he can to try to contain everything. The cover 2 is not really friendly to those verticals. Bryce should have had a free TD to 97 plus speed Quez, but the accuracy kills him softly. And, you know, you're on your own 20. Going for it right now is not optimal, and you don't trust your defense, so you really don't have a choice but to try. It's going to be interesting.
4th and 10. Is he allowed to go for it here, though? That's the question. It's a 13-2 game right now, and I think that's what that maybe is where the pause came into play, because they're probably making sure to let everybody know in the chat if he's allowed to go for it or not. And they're putting the 4th down rule up, so he does have to punt the ball out. He cannot go for it on 4th down, so he does have to punt the ball out here. Unless now, if he was down by 20 points, then he would be able to go for it on 4th down. But right now, he cannot go for it on this particular situation.
Yeah, it's just smart of him to punt down one right there.
Yeah, you definitely got to punt the football out, and he's going to have to use a timeout here. At least I hope he uses the timeout. Oh, they're just going to go out of offsides. So he's still got to punt the ball out. So they're making sure that they... Okay, so he knew that he knows to punt it out. Perfect. All right, good. All right, so the Titans will get the football back here, up 13-2, an 11-point lead currently. It's been a tough game offensively so far for Carolina, Scream. It's been nuts. 1st and 10 here at the 21-yard line. And once again, coming out here in the pistol set and see if it hits him with that triple. And this time he won't, and Pollard will lose 3 on the play. And brings him down to 70 yards rushing. A 2nd down to 13 coming up here at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, you're speaking about the Panthers and not being able to move the ball. It doesn't matter what Doc does right now. He has an 11-point lead. He can just really let the game play for him right now. Literally let the CPU control everything except passes, obviously. And he'd win the game right now.
Yep.
Zay just does not have an offensive game plan that makes any sense right now. He's not running the ball. He's down just 2 possessions and trying to just one-play touchdown everything, and you can't do that versus Doc. He knows how to stop all of that already.
Exactly.
And you're just giving up 10 yards on every single run. It's just very bad defense, very bad offense. The Panthers at the moment did not come prepared to play in this Super Bowl today.
And definitely with against a guy like Doc, the more he runs his football, obviously it's common sense. The clock is going to continue to just die out. And this is what he does. And look at that. He got A.T. Perry involved there, but he overthrows him. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Had him beat there for a moment, but a 2nd and 10 here now at the 32. But again, this is a guy that's going to, if he gets an opportunity, he's going to run the football. He's going to consistently run the football, and he's going to run it well with Tony Pollard. And he's going to use all this clock on you right now. So offensively, if you're the Panthers, you really have to just kind of get these things figured out. And again, it just comes back to the point, Scream, where I talked about earlier. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think there's just certain things that he's not that the Panthers have not brought back into the mix of things that helped him win the other games in the postseason.
Chuba Hubbard literally was an answer, a question, everything more that he needed, and he completely abandoned him by making bad reads himself.
Yep.
He made a lot of mistakes on his own accord, throwing an interception in the red zone, fumbling on the Miles Sanders run, and he just said, forget my game plan. I'm just going to chuck, and, the other word I can't say.
So 4th and 10, and he will punt the football out. But he does get a stop here, so now another opportunity here for the Panthers. He's got to be able to capitalize here, though. This is where the problem lies here, and he's going to start at the 14-yard line. So that's a good punt for Doc. So 1st and 10 here, 2:05 left in the 3rd quarter. And now we got to see what these Panthers can do. Chaos says in the chat, this is his first Super Bowl, so he's nervous.
Hubbard had 1,400 rushing yards, 9 runs of 20 or more, 10 TDs, 32 broken tackles. Miles Sanders, on the other hand, didn't even have 400 yards, and he's the one with the fumble in the Super Bowl.
Yep. That tells you. Use Chuba. And he's going to start off with Chuba, and there you go. We just talked about it, and he's going to get things going with him here. There's only a 7th carry of the day today, And that's going to give him a 1st and 10 here at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, see, he's got to just be able to grind the ball down the field right now. Unfortunately, he's trying to just, chuck the ball and forgot about this run. I mean, Doc knows you want to just pass. Every time you get a big chunk of yardage, your very next thing you do is you're trying to chuck it down the field.
And here
Doc
it is.
only sends 3, has everyone in coverage. He guards the exact route you got, and you're going to drop the ball because he's right there.
2nd down and 10. Awuzie is right there. He was lucky. It was overthrown a tad, and because Awuzie would have been right there for the pick. But nonetheless, a 2nd and 10 here at the 31-yard line. And you just talked about it. Just continue to run the football, and here you go coming out with a play action, and now you're back to passing the football a ton again as Hubbard's going to get tackled down, and now it's a 3rd down and 7 coming up. You're really helping out this defense here of the Titans.
Yeah, at some point he's going to realize, there's 10 minutes of football left. There's a lot of time to score 11 points. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, literally. You just got to play defense and better offense, and you'll be fine. But Doc knows your offense is very predictable. He knows what's coming, when it's coming, and he's guarding it. And unfortunately, right there, a great quick pass on the wheel route gets him a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now at the 43 as he is able to make the quick read. And he will get it to Hubbard again as they just stop covering him. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 now at the 39. So it puts him in range of doing some things here. So 1st and 10. 25 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And despite everything that we have talked about his Scream, he is only down 11 points. Ain't that crazy?
He literally scored the first points of the game, getting a sack on Malik Willis.
Yeah.
And since that moment, he's literally done nothing but breathe in, breathe out. He just existed. He hasn't done anything else.
That's it. So 1st and 10. 10 seconds left. Couple crossers. And he's going to launch this up here to Thomas. And you talked about it earlier. This guy is going to continue to run crossers beyond belief if you allow him to do it. And he did it right there as well, too, Scream.
Hey, Ian Thomas got wide open. Doc didn't guard it. Man dropped back down in the zone flat. Shouldn't have did that. Murphy Bunting can't knock this one out. Too late.
So that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. 13-2 game as we hit the 4th showtime and go time here in the 4th quarter of this Mel League Super Bowl. Who will be champion in this particular season as Sanders is going to bring it on in. And here come the Panthers with a big-time touchdown. So they're going to go for the 2-point conversion and try to make this a 3-point ball game. And a quick play action, and there it is. He does get the completion, and Scream, we got a ball game. 13-10, Doc on top.
I ain't going to lie. That 2-point conversion was a dot. I ain't going to lie to you.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So now we got, oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Brian Burns, can he catch him? He will not. Toby and Wigway. TTC to the crib for the touchdown.
Try Jesus. Don't try me, because I'm going to score a TD, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Right back at it. And it is a 10-point ball game. Toby and Wigway. Absolute monster finish. That's a punch in the gut if you are somebody that wants the Panthers to win this game, or if you're the Panthers in general. That is a punch in the gut. My man Mo in the building. Big shout out for the resub for my man Mostradamus. Appreciate you, brother, with the resub. Thank you again so much for the support, brother. Greatly appreciate you. So here we go. 1st and 10 here at the 19-yard line. As Young is back for the pass here, and he's going to try to corner out there to Quez, and he will get the completion. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 here at the 45-yard line.
We're going to just start calling that the Carolina corner, okay? That's what it is.
Yeah, yep, the Carolina corner. That makes sense. Back for the pass here again, and we'll get hit in the process, and that'll make it incomplete. Brings it down to a 2nd down and 10 here at the 45. Mo, I'm doing great, brother. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing, my brother? I'm glad to see you here once again. So a 2nd and 10 coming up here at the 45. Young, and almost throws a pick there. That's going to bring it now to a 3rd down and 10 here at the 45-yard line.
2-possession game again.
Yeah.
And you're right back in the same position. You just played bad on special teams. You're trying to force everything, and Doc is just like, all right, take what I give you, because if you don't, you're a dead man. And, you know, like Akashi said, usually we play the Undertaker Gong on my channel. That's kind of what you got to do for Zay right now. Like, just call the Ministry of Darkness. It might be over already.
And here we go here with Watkins, and he will get the 1st down on the play at the 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 with 7:46 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And back for the pass here again, and Young is going to go down for the count. Brings it to a 2nd down and 10. I didn't really think that he was going to try to throw that thing deep at all, but it looked like he was, which would kind of been crazy because everything was covered and smothered. But nonetheless, a 2nd and 10 here now at the 41. He's going to flip up to the bunch on the right side. Young back for the pass. And he is going to attempt a big one here, and that's going to be incomplete. So a 3rd down and 10. And again, Scream, you talked about it earlier, man. All these deep throws for Zay today, it's I don't understand it. I simply don't understand it right now.
He's not creating a pocket. He's just drifting and going back 15+ yards and expecting him to have accuracy. And he's going to go in the chat after this game probably and complain, oh, you know, Bryson is accuracy. He's done it all season since the reboot of MEL. So I fully expect that to be the reason he lost his game, in his words.
3rd and 10. And Clowney's going to get in there for the sack. Jadavion with his 1st, and it's going to be a 4th and 17 here at the 48-yard line. This is the 4th quarter. He's got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Doc used that for one, but that was eerily similar of how he blew up the Michigan line.
Yeah.
Made that damning tackle that solidified him as the 1st overall pick in 2014. Because good Lord.
4th and 17, and wow, I thought he caught it, but it is dropped, and it's a turnover on downs. And here come the Titans. 1st and 10. Doc is smelling a championship, and the road that he took was definitely no joke. 1st and 10 here at the 48, 6:53 left. There's still plenty of time, though. And Willis split pass in.
Brian Burns in coverage.
2nd down and 5 coming up.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to laugh right there. But, Brian Burns in coverage is absolutely insane.
2nd down and 5. And Pollard, he goes right on the side of the guy we just talked about, Brian Burns. And he has blocked us incredibly well. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 here at the 39-yard line once again for these Titans. They have been blocking just so well throughout this second half.
And to think, his first possession resulted in a safety. Since that moment, he's went on a 20-8 run. And he's about to get another 1st down. A.T. Perry finally getting involved in the Super Bowl and bringing it down to a 1st down at the 23-yard line.
This is crazy, man, because there's only 68 yards right now for Malik Willis in this ball game. So it's not a ton of yardage whatsoever going on. It has just been defensive effort, great running of the football right now by Tony Pollard, and just an overall just continuing to just attack. Oh, wow, he's wide open. He keeps the 2 feet in bounds, and the Titans answer the call with another touchdown. I mean, Scream, you can't ask for a better play call than that.
Zay got caught slipping. Nobody was guarding the slot receiver. He literally was wide open.
So extra point, and that might be game blouses. The play action play here, wide open, and he's able to keep the 2 feet in. Wow, what a catch. 27-10. Just an unreal finish in this game, man. And Zay had opportunities, but just couldn't capitalize on any of them.
Kakashi, I can't play it. I don't have it.
He wants you to play the gong, huh?
Listen.
The Undertaker gong.
You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, if he could share a sound, I'm down. I don't care. He can play it gladly.
I just sent it to you.
Did you? Hold on a second. Where'd you send it, on Discord?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna put it on there right now. 1 second. Let me get my Stream Deck stuff set up here real quick, and I'll put it up there right now. 1 second.
Y'all said we bringing the gong. The Snypz channel is the absolute most craziest thing. You know what, man?
And I'm only gonna do it when Scream is here. I will never ever take my man Scream stuff. Never that.
Hey, look.
But I'll definitely put it on here right now. 1 second. Let me get that in here right now.
Yeah, we're really bringing the gong out for the bowl. Is crazy.
I guess so, man. I guess we go ahead and knock that out the box and get that done. Let me do it for you here. Third down and 10. And it's going to bring it down to a 4th and 2 coming up here at the 33-yard line.
Ah, man, this is.
And that's going to do it pretty much, man. He's got him shook, man. It's 27-10. Doc is going to end up being a champion here, Scream. He played a magnificent game. But, you know, aside from what happened with the safety, everything else has been masterful for Doc today.
You know, I'm going to say this in the crazy way. When you look at the NFC, you have to ask a question now. Like, this is who made it out the NFC. I'm not saying Zay is bad. I'm never going to say that. I know Zay and what he can bring to the table. I know how good of a user he is.
He's great, yeah.
But when we look at this here, the Saints won 14 games. The Eagles won 12. The Rams won 12.
Yeah.
The Panthers won 12 as the number 1 wild card seed. The 5th seed versus 5th seed in the Super Bowl both won 12 games.
Man.
How do you guys top what Zay did in the playoffs to make it here next year? That's my question, because I'm looking forward to next season already. We know this game is over. We know that Doc is going to be the champion.
Yeah.
What do you do to improve next season and outdo Zay in the playoffs? Y'all saw what he gave you in the playoffs. Doc showed you how to stop him. Some of y'all are going to probably watch this game back and take some schemes from Doc on defense. And he runs a read option with Willis, and he is going to showboat down into the red zone. Good Lord.
Man. So 1st and 10 at the 12. And that Scream just, just eloquently just talked to you guys about the fact that Doc has shown the work to do everything you need to do. And wow. So he came in there with the peanut punch. He missed it the first time, but the second time around, and actually they're going to call it officially a strip sack fumble. So I guess that peanut punch didn't miss. But Scream, I mean, I know. Are you looking at the same punch that I looked at? It looked like it missed, right?
Yeah, but this is an animation-based game, and sometimes things aren't perfect. So, I guess if Madden can help Zay, it'll work out. But right now, Zay got to help Zay too.
Exactly, and he threw that ball.
That's probably going to be a penalty.
Yep, that's a penalty. Definitely is. That's coming back. Legal forward pass.
Should have set his feet. He would have killed him.
Yep. So 2nd and 13 here at the 4-yard line now. Let's see if Doc could get back his safety that he gave up earlier. Young out here in the empty. And he's bringing the blitz, too. There it is. He said he wants that. Scream, he said he wants that safety back. He wants that safety back, Scream.
He's trying to get that $2 bill back.
He's trying to get that back indeed. 3rd down and 13.
I mean, truthfully, though, TP, you kind of don't even got to worry about the 2 points. The 2 points was more of a mistake on Doc's part than it was Zay doing anything good. I'm not going to give Zay any credit for that safety. Doc played entirely bad his first possession, and every drive after that, he said, I'm not doing that ever again.
Yeah.
He made his adjustments, and that's why he has this 27-10 lead here. And look at that. He's going to get hit in the backfield again.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to stop the blitzer from coming in. It's obvious he's not paying attention anymore. He's just trying to chuck it down the field.
And this is what Doc does. This is what we talk about playoff Doc. This is what he does, man. He will make adjustments if deemed necessary, and he does that on a regular basis, and he did it here. He just made adjustments, and he didn't make the same mistakes that he made before, and it comes back to get him. And even if we go back, Scream, and talk about the AFC Championship game, Doc didn't make any mistakes in the AFC Championship. He just, bottom line, he lost to this guy twice in the season. You know what I'm saying? And still just dominated and made sure that he wasn't going to have any issues at all with any type of mistakes. And he just did it here in the Super Bowl once again. Doing the same thing, just didn't make any mistakes at all.
What's even crazier about what you're saying too, the Texans put up 37 points both times they beat Doc.
Yes.
When they just played that AFC Championship, he didn't put up 30 at all.
Right.
That was the difference. Doc limited the amount of points he allowed Diz to get. And as it stands right then and there, that's what led Doc to this playoff run. Looking at all his playoff games here, wild card, he put up 28. Divisional, he put up 37. Conference put up 33. So Doc put up 27 points, every single playoff game to get this Super Bowl victory.
Mm-hmm.
Credit given. That's really that. This is the lowest scoring opponent he's faced, only allowing 10 points. Every other game he gave up at least 14. So just got to give Doc credit for adjusting his way through the playoffs.
Yeah, he did. This was a perfect playoff run.
And I believe the Broncos game might have been a forced win, by the way. So, take that with a grain of salt.
Hey, those things that, sometimes those things happen. You don't like to see that happen. But obviously when you get to, divisionals and you get to the championship games and, you know what I mean? You're fighting and you're playing great teams. And, you could take that with a grain of salt, but at the same token, the fact remains that he had to play a team that beat him twice in the regular season. So at the end of the day, he came out, took his adjustments, you know what I mean? And obviously it's hard to beat a team 3 times. It is. It's very difficult. And he did, and we just seen it here today. We seen it here today earlier in the AFC Championship game. It is hard to beat a team 3 times, and he couldn't do it here, once again in the AFC Championship. And now this bowl, just a picture-perfect bowl here for Doc and these Titans.
Man, made it look easy. A 20-point lead now, just under 2 minutes to go. Titans going to get their first ever Super Bowl win. But the craziest part is this is going to be Doc's 3rd MEL Super Bowl victory. His banner's going to get updated over there on Neon Sports. Shout out to Kakashi and the graphics team out there at MEL for the headers that they put on Neon Sports. It's a very beautiful idea. Way to showcase your league users off. And there's the wheel route he's looked for all night.
All night.
Finally finding some grass and getting a 49-yard gain.
He's been looking for that all night. Finally got one. It's a little too late. But I tell you what, nonetheless, as far as the Panthers are concerned, great season. Able to get to the promised land here, trying to get an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Obviously, he didn't get it done, man. But again, he faced off against a juggernaut here, and somebody that has been very hot in the postseason in Doc. So it's difficult to beat playoff Doc when he is playoff Doc, as Hubbard's going to get that catch there, and he'll get another first down and keep it moving. With 36 seconds remaining, the clock continues to tick. But it's hard to beat Doc, man, when he's playoff Doc. It's just as simple as that. It really is.
He turned up and just did the greatest thing he could possible.
That's going to be a good question there, Chaos. Who is going to be the team to beat next season? I think we're going to have to wait till after the draft to find out. We're going to have to wait till after the draft and free agency.
Because, again, when you look at it from just a standpoint of records alone, Saints won 14 games, lost to the 7-seeded Niners as Zay gets a touchdown. That doesn't really matter. The Cardinals played against the Rams, who they played 3 times this season. The Packers and Swaggin was down Jayden Reed when we called that game for him versus Zay in the first round. And then Drew and the Eagles are going to lead their division again because nobody from the NFC East really did anything. No other team had more than 7 wins. So looking at it, the NFC literally only had the 7 teams in the playoffs with 10 wins.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard stretch. The same thing happened on the AFC side, but the 3 AFC South teams made the playoffs. The Texans won 14 games. The Titans, Super Bowl champions, won 12 games. The Colts won 11 games. And then the Jaguars won 6 games, so they're going to pick pretty early in the draft.
Yep.
Not sure what they need. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next season, man.
Again, it comes down to the free agency. What's going to happen in free agency, and then obviously that draft is going to be very important as well too. So it's really difficult right now to say, Chaos, as to who is going to be the main guy to win it next year. But I'll tell you what, we know who's going to win it this year. Scream, we know it's Doc. Doc is a champion. He has done his damn thing here today. He was absolutely magnificent in this ball game. I ain't gonna say from start to finish. It wasn't from start to finish because the start was abysmal. But he adjusted, and it's 30-16, and Doc is your MEL Super Bowl champions for this season. Doc gets his 3rd title here in the MEL. Congratulations to Doc. A magnificent finish in this one. Scream, what's your final thoughts in this ball game?
I think that Zay had a clear chance to win this game, but he literally left his game plan alone the minute he got down 7-2. He stopped trying to run. He tried to do, just pass for things only. But this is not a regular season game. This is not a game where you just try things out. You have to come in with a solidified game plan. This is the Super Bowl we're talking about. This is ring talk. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between being a winner and being a loser, having a game plan. Doc did not get away from his game plan, and that's why he's Super Bowl champion once again for the 3rd time.
Indeed. And I'll say this as well too, man, with Doc, as he actually puts it down there. Let me get back to my regular screen here so we could be good to go. But if what I can say right now, man, with Doc, that he, just the way that he adjusted, it just shows what he's all about on a regular basis with this game, despite what his record is. Again, not no slouch record, don't get it twisted, but he did lose 5 games this season. He came in here as the 5th seed in the AFC to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Didn't, like you said earlier, you said it in the AFC Championship. I'm not sure if you said it here in the Super Bowl, but again, didn't win his division. You know what I mean? But still came out here and just put forth the effort and to where we deem him playoff Doc. You know what I mean? We deem him playoff Doc. He came out adjusted the way he needed to adjust to each and every team. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it that we both talked about when this Super Bowl started up was the fact that if Doc is trying to change things up, and that was after that first drive, if Doc is trying to change things up, he better go back to what got him there. And that's exactly what he did. He said, okay, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I need to win this game. And he went on the TP train. You know what I mean? And that right there is what helps you win Super Bowls. For anybody tuning in right now, that is what is always going to help you win a Super Bowl. If it ain't broke, what, Scream?
Don't fix it, man.
That's it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bottom line to this one, man. But again, an epic finish here. Zay and the Panthers, a great season. I'm not going to put anything away, take anything away from him at all. He had a fantastic season, man. But obviously here in this Super Bowl, just didn't do the adjustments that Doc did. You know what I mean? That's just my take on it. And at the end of the day, it's gotta be all about adjustments when you get to the Super Bowl, man. It's gotta be about all the adjustments, Scream. It definitely does. All right, so that's it. Doc is officially your MEL Super Bowl champions for this season. Your off-season activities and everything is getting ready to start up, so stay tuned in your chat for that. Any final words, Scream, before you get on out of here? I know it's late for you as well, too, brother.
Good season for MEL. We'll definitely see you guys next season with some more commentaries. I am going to address something Doc has said mid-season. Users, definitely be more active in your league, be more engaging in your chats, not just game of the weeks. Put some effort in and, tell your commissioners, what, I want to get on game of the week, because commissioners in the long run appreciate that. Being a former commissioner myself, trust me, like, it goes a long way. It builds rapport. I know some of you guys in the chat want to get the banner put up for being there for 5 seasons, but put the effort in too, and they'll be watching. So, continue to do what y'all do, put some effort in, and we'll see y'all next season.
Indeed, man. That's a great way to go out. So I ain't even gonna try to to respond to that, because that is the perfect way to go out in this one. You guys listen to Scream. And by the way, and I know I've said it a million times over, and I will say it again right now. Make sure you guys follow Night Scream TV on Twitch. And again, he does the same thing I do here. And he is very, 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 very knowledgeable in regard to this game of Madden and also football as well, too. So then again, make sure you follow Night Scream TV. And man, this was a great finish, everybody. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Scream, as always, my brother, a pleasure to commentate with you, and hopefully we get many, many more. And I'm hoping that we're actually going to do one of them CFM games real soon. I'm hoping that that's going to happen. I know that tournament is still going on right now, right?
Yeah, hopefully, this week, schedules, matchup, things can happen as we get into April. I know some of the guys are trying to get to the next round, trying to go find the actual tournament picture. Is somewhere here on my computer. I gotta change the dang on thing and how this looks. Good Lord. Icons. There we go. I forgot, because how you have certain folders that have certain things. This one folder literally just is like in list view and not picture view.
I can't stand that.
So AMFL Silver and Gold are both out. I know that they went up against Leather Helmets and they both lost Leather Helmets. I think Leather Helmets is in the quarterfinals right now. TCFM moved on, beating AGS and then beating RDFL. They're in the quarterfinals now. I think we're waiting on HFFL versus SDSL. Salty Dog League is Pain Trains League. And I don't know who Leather Helmets is playing in the quarterfinals. We'll get the final 4 and we'll see what happens this week.
Indeed. So look, guys, with that being said, man, we gonna get on out of here, man. Scream, again, always a pleasure. Everybody, again, don't forget to make sure you tune in to your Discord, and make sure you follow all the protocols as far as getting games in, everything else, man. And just as they talked about earlier, be active in your leagues, not just your game of the weeks. With that being said, guys, it is your boy Snypz. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get on out of here. And again, congratulations to Doc, your MEL Super Bowl champions. We are out of here, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your night, everyone. Slide, folks.
Stay solid.